Finally, my first bull elk. I'm so excited,
Couldn't
guys.
have asked for a more beautiful animal. Just absolutely stunning.
Now don't try this at home.
Here, I got one.
Bull down, boys.
She fucking sucks. But it takes you some pretty cool places.
This is the hardest I've ever worked with an animal before.
First shot, and I'm vibrating.
I just shot
Can't wait to go see it.
my first bear with the bow. I almost got charged back there. So we gotta make this happen. These are some mean animals. I'm shaking right now.
Smoked them.
So the fall hunting season is without a doubt one of the most exciting times of year for all hunters. Doesn't matter if you're hunting elk, moose, sheep, whitetails, mule deer, bears, whatever you plan on hunting, usually fall is the time to do it. So we look forward to this time all year long. And this year I got drawn for a mule deer tag in a zone where it usually takes about 4 or 5 years to get drawn for. Today, and in this episode, we're hunting along the Smoky River in Alberta. Non-Typical Nation is brought to you by Badlands Canada, Geopack Hunt, Phone Scope, Smith Game Calls, Dave Booth Taxidermy, Anderson's Long Range Baiting and Guiding, North Pro Sports, Kodiak LED Lighting. For an outdoorsman, hunting season is without a doubt one of the most exciting times of the year. This one was going to be extra special, as I had finally been drawn for my first chance at an Alberta mule deer. I started the season off with an early season hunt with my brother, and followed it with 2 solo hunts in the months of September and October, in hopes of harvesting my first muley. The days were long. The moose, they were plenty. As a matter of fact, after speaking with a biologist, this zone had the highest density of moose in all of Alberta. And you know what? That is all I was seeing. The buck activity was at an all-time low, and things just weren't looking up. I'd begun my 4th trip of the season after these elusive and cunning bucks, and as I began my hike, just 30 minutes into my hunt, I had nearly the perfect opportunity at my first Alberta bull elk. Now, it wasn't the mule deer buck I was hoping for, but an animal like this I just could not turn down. Before I knew it, I was well into November, with a mule deer tag burning a hole in my pack. I cleared room in my schedule in the last week of the season to chase these critters just one last time.
What's going on? It is 8:56 on November 27th today. This is my last hunt of this season, and I'm really hoping I can get my first mule deer. Now, the roads have been absolutely atrocious. I left the house this morning at 5:45, and I was hoping to get to the area around 8:30. It's now 8:56, and I'm about 10-15 minutes away. We just got a ton of snow last night, which is going to be good. I am hoping I can find some fresh tracks and get on some mule deer early here. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to unload the quad at some old abandoned railroad tracks and just creep along the valley and do some calling and rattling. So fingers crossed I can get it done. Cheers.
Well, I have made it. I was trekking through about a foot of snow to get here for about the past 20 minutes. It was a little hairy, but we're here now, so I'm gonna get the quad unloaded, and we're gonna trek down that way and just go slow, look for tracks, and hopefully we can see something bedded down or even moving. So I'm gonna get geared up here and then get the quad unloaded, and it's go time. Right on. Well, it is 1 o'clock, and I've got about 3.5 hours of hunting light left. The snow has not let up. It's still coming down pretty good. I've seen a ton of bull elk tracks and only one good set of mule deer buck tracks. I tried following it in, and looks like I'm about a couple hours too late on that one. I've been finding some nice areas, doing some rattling, some calling, but no luck yet. This snow just keeps coming down too, so it's making it tough to travel quietly. But just gotta keep on keeping on, and tomorrow's my last day, so I'm really hoping I can seal the deal here. So let's head back to the trail, and we'll mosey on and see if we can find ourselves some new tracks. So right on. So I just ran into 5 does, no bucks yet. It's about an hour left of hunting time, so I'm hoping I see some more mule deer here. yeah, 5 does, no buck. It's odd, but hopefully I can run into something in this last hour. So fingers crossed. Well, I just got to my hotel room here and gonna get cleaned up tonight and eat and get to bed and be up early tomorrow morning. I had a pretty eventful evening. I've never seen any mule deer bucks though. I seen one nice whitetail, nice 5x5, and I also seen about 6 other whitetail does, and I seen 5 mule deer does, but I could not locate a buck with them or at all. So fingers crossed tomorrow I can seal the deal on my mule deer tag. Tomorrow's going to be my final day of hunting for the season, and hoping we can close it on a bang. So, right on. Geopack Hunt, inspired by nature, powered by technology. Plan, track, and recap your hunt with a premier app that enables high-tech GPS collaboration and real-time adventure like you've never had before. Get the app, invite your friends, and enjoy the experience. Everything you need as a hunter. Try it today for free in the App Store. Dave Booth Taxidermy is Northern Alberta's foremost wildlife studio, offering world-class artistry and serving hunters for over 50 years. Check them out today at daveboothtaxidermy.com.
A lot of guys don't like using spotting scopes because they say it's strenuous on their one eye that they're not using. Simple solution, use a phone scope.
I got out here about half hour ago and I decided to go for a walk. And I've already had 4 run-ins with deer. I forgot the camera at the truck, so I just came back to grab it. And I'm gonna head back out to the valley side and glass. And hopefully we can find a buck today. Things are looking good so far. So, let's go have a look. It's crazy. You see these deer for a split second, and then they're gone. They disappear completely. So I'm going to carry on to that ridge over there. It's a little higher up. I seen a mule deer doe on that ridge this morning. So we will see if there's any bucks around. Let's go.
Geopack Hunt, inspired by nature, powered by technology. Plan, track, and recap your hunt with a premier app that enables high-tech GPS collaboration and real-time adventure like you've never had before. Get the app, invite your friends, and enjoy the experience. Everything you need as a hunter. Try it today for free in the App Store.
After waiting 13 years at a chance at a world-class Saskatchewan elk, my opportunity finally arrived. With no prior experience of calling elk, Smith Game Calls got me up close and personal to elk on just my first day out. Before I knew it, I'd bugled in a 355-inch bull. Whether you're new to elk hunting or an experienced elk addict, bring Smith Game Calls along with you on your next elk hunt.
Looks like there's a 4x4, a 2x2, and a doe. They're quite a ways away. They're working their way this way. Smoked him! I just smoked my mule deer. I've been hunting this thing. The doe's still there. He dropped, he rolled down the hill. I'm pumped. This is the hardest I've ever worked for an animal before. And I smoked him! Yes! The doe's still there. There's the doe. He dropped and he rolled right down the hill. I'm shaking. I'm gonna get up on top of this ridge. Those two deer are still there. I'm just gonna look down and make sure he's not rolling anywhere, but he rolled right down the hill. So let's go have a look. There he is. Look at that. That doe is right there. She's upset. Look at this. First mule deer. Can't believe it. I'm shaking right now. Oh. Well, I'm gonna head back to the truck. Go get everything I need to cut him up and get him out. And then get some photos and that's it. Oh. Okay. Wow.
Here he is. I feel like I worked off for this thing. I hunted in September, October, and now November, the last day of the hunt. Seen a ton of does this morning, and got out, just sat on a ridge and waited, glassed, and sure enough, this guy came over a ridge about 300 yards away. Doe followed him, and then a spiker buck, and I just waited. They kept coming my way, and before I knew it, he was 150 yards. I had a little opening, and I let her go. So I'm pumped right up that I got this on film to share with everybody, and my first mule deer. I couldn't be more excited. Right on. Thanks for watching, guys.
next week on Non-Typical Nation. Non-Typical Nation is brought to you by Badlands Canada, Geopack Hunt, Phone Scope, Smith Game Calls, Dave Booth Taxidermy, Anderson's Long Range Baiting and Guiding, North Pro Sports, Kodiak LED Lighting,